Hey, Aperture Black here for my first ever TF2 commentary. During the video I'm just going to play some Demoknight with the Charge and Targe and Persian Persuade. It's a bit odd, but I'll try it out. Just starting on Hightower, which is my favorite payload map. Not because it's a good map, but rather because, you know, matches last forever on it. Obvious spy is really obvious and just gets in the way. And I know he's a dead ringer, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I just walk away. Seeing a pyro run towards the base kinda obvious that you're a spy. And I've narrowly escaped a Demoknight. No idea why he was using Skull Cutter, because I don't see many demomen using that. Well, his loss. Just spam at some snipers. Pretty easy to do that. Yeah, Hightower is a sniper haven. Every single sniper and their mother hangs out in that little balcony up there. Usually just spams some stuff up there and kills something. Oh look, I killed something. What a surprise. And now an engineer decided he wanted to build right in that balcony, which is easily destroyed. Don't know why they built there. And a heavy medic pair in which I can do nothing to because my pipe sucks. And now I gotta try a special charge jump. Didn't exactly work, so I'm stuck down here. Guess I'll just make do. Little spy jumps off there, oblivious. Do a little half a circle charge. Just out of habit, I assume they're all dead ringer spies, because that's what all spies use nowadays. I never really see any good Invisawatch spies. No pun intended. Now I know there's a scout though, so just charge out and lop his head off, get back over there, dodge the heavies. Engineer is pretty much getting his base destroyed by someone I have no idea where he is. Scout solo attacking the heavy medic there, and a lucky crit kills the medic. And here's where the downside of the Persuader comes in. I gotta run back to spawn because they only got 2 grenades left. There's no point of jumping in the battle as only Demoknight. See, I love to charge because I know how to charge turn with a little script, and the Persuader lets me do that every 6 seconds. But running back to spawn every, minute isn't exactly the most fun thing to do. See, this is why I love Hightower. The carts always get stuck in these little 2 hills. There's even a dispenser blocking the cart down there, and no one's even watching him anymore. At this point of the match, everyone's just team deathmatching, and we're just kind of having an arena match with carts. Huntsman's sniper actually nails me with an arrow, which really surprised me. Those people tend to miss every single shot. But hey, if you're not camping, you're good in my book. Yeah, I know sniping's good and it takes skill, but it's not exactly the most fun thing to be against or do, in my opinion. Remember what I said about dead ringer spies? Yeah, there's always a ton of them around. Hoping you get a nice shield kill on the scout here, but I missed and just cut off his head instead. Looks like our Engie just decided to pack up and leave. Guess he had nothing else to do. Another thing about Hightower is nobody goes in the middle when everyone's fighting at the little hills. It's like a barren wasteland out there most of the time, and everyone's just fighting in the cart. Which we seem to have gotten up the hill without more help. Trying to save the sniper, but I'm having a hard time just cutting the pilot's head off. And I get healed thanks to the Persian Persuader's little upside. You may barely get healed after killing an enemy with the sword, but at least it'll put out fire and stuff. That's also why I'm using the Charge and Targe instead of the Splendid Screen. I prefer to have resistance for explosive classes, because those are usually your second biggest threat as a Demoknight. First one being scouts. Gotta hit the little base. Defending the cart from the spy, who's trying to stab me. Jump away because I know I'm not gonna make it, and the cart comes crashing down in a heavy and a pyro. That made me happy. Usually as a Demoknight, I'll just spam up there, because usually there's a soldier or something. And look, the soldier fell down. Surprising to get a zigzag charge. And I get backstabbed. And of course, it was the dead ringer spy I killed earlier. See, there's only a few things in this game that I get frustrated at. One of them being dead ringer spies, the other 2 being mini sentries and heavies. It's really frustrating to play against a spy who uses the dead ringer, because you know they're there, you know they didn't die. And you know they're just gonna spam that cloak every single time you see them. Well, apparently my team has been pushing the cart, because I sometimes tend to forget that we have a cart in this map. Seems our engineer had time to build another base, because the enemy team hasn't pushed at all and is too busy defending. And a wild scout appears. My mortal enemy. Do a 360 charge and fail, and run away from the sniper. Spam over the hill and manage to hit him, of course. The scout comes, and he's completely oblivious to me. What, am I not good enough for you, Scout? And I get backstabbed again by the same dead ringer spy that's probably died a couple hundred times so far. I was really surprised there wasn't any mini sentries on this map because they completely ruin it. Hightower is one of the most open maps in the game, and putting a little aimbot in the middle of it restricts it so much that everyone literally goes spy or sniper or something just so they can shoot the little buggers down. Spawn camping Scout, which is apparently one of the worst strategies I've seen so far, and it failed horribly. At this point of the match, red team is just giving up pushing the car and just all out defending. I usually check for snipers, so I do a little charge jump and didn't see any, so I just flew around. It stuns me how many people don't check for snipers in that little bunker back there. Going back to spamming that little balcony, and I kill someone. Again. Pyro decides to do some little 1v1, and I chop his head off and get healed from it. I know you're thinking it, he should have air blasted, and I agree. A lot of pyros are surprised that the charge and targe gives so much resistance, because I can literally tank straight out fire for like 5-6 seconds. A pyro medic appears and I just decide to pipe the crap out of him. And he air blasts me away, which is the first time a pyro's air blasted me the entire round. It's okay though, killed him with a pipe bomb. That one spy is just trying to get me, fails a flying stab, and gets blown up by the soldier. That's probably the first time I saw him actually die this entire round. Also, why does no one take this back route? It's always completely empty. Get a nice pipe in the medic, and I do a 360 charge to the pyro, like a boss. That pyro actually puts me out, but I have to use that stupid voice response that means I don't want your help. I really hate that one. I know what they mean, but it's just so stupid to have thanks me I didn't need your help. Oh look, I'm running out of grenades again. Guess I better run back to spawn and get another supply of them. Yes, it's the main downside of a weapon, but it's just so tedious to go back. It may be one of my favorite weapons, but I really wish they do something different than that. Notice that our cart hasn't moved at all in the past, 5 minutes. At this point I'm getting bored, and I decided to go some charge jumps and goof around by protecting some enemies. See, this is another reason why the dead ringer is a horrible idea. That pyro's gonna flame in this guy, he never died, and I have to go get him. If you don't personally chase after a dead ringer spy, you're just giving your team the middle finger, because you know he's gonna come back and kill someone. I know I haven't shown it in the video, but I'm pretty good at charge jumping. See, look at the medic over there on the right. He has no idea what's coming. I get a flying decapitation, trying to get the hell out of there, and I realize there's a pyro just sitting there at my back. He completely failed at killing me, but that's completely fine. I'll just kill him anyways. Probably the same pyro that didn't air blast me earlier. I thought I heard his fire around the corner, but there's just like 3 sentries and a pyro, so they're not getting that cart up the hill. Hey look, my team is actually pushing the cart. I know I'm kind of selfish and I don't like to die that often, but I just don't like being that vulnerable on the cart. Most of the time I just do well playing demo by myself, because I have some pretty good charge turning skills and some pretty decent piping skills. Like this guy, for example. He won't be able to escape me, and he didn't. And with that, we won. Almost top score that round, beat by a sniper. That's okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed my first ever commentary, and I hope I'll be doing more. Especially with man versus machine right around the corner.